Okay, hello everybody. We are recording. I'm going to share my screen with you all and open the PowerPoint so that we can get started. This is BMGT 2305, Advanced Communications and Management, which actually should be Beginning Communications and Management, but that's okay. Communication Foundations, Unit 1, Business Communication in the Digital Age. What are communication skills? Traditional abilities: reading, writing, speaking, listening, and nonverbal. New requirements: you need to be media savvy. You need to have good judgment online, maintaining positive image and presence, and protecting employers' reputation. Writing in digital age: why it matters. Writing matters more than ever. Online media requires more of it, not less. I'm sure lots of you either post, make posts on social media, or send emails, or send texts on the daily. Communicating clearly and effectively has never been more important than it is today. And it is life-changing. Critical judgments about people are being made based solely on their writing ability. So writing and communicating your soft skills are very important, especially nowadays in the technological era that we're in. Tools for success in the 21st century workplace: knowledge and information workers engage in mind work. Knowledge available in the digital universe doubles every year. So imagine this year, the knowledge that's available is going to double every year. So imagine in 10 years how much knowledge is going to be available out there. Workers of the future must make sense of words, figures, and data. And talent shortages plague a recovering U.S. labor market. Thinking creatively and critically means having opinions backed up by reasons and evidence, anticipating and solving problems, making decisions, and communicating them effectively. So Osborne Parnes' creative problem-solving process, we have that number one column there, explore the challenge, which means we actually identify the challenge, gather information, and clarify the problem. Number two, we generate ideas. We come up with many ideas to solve the problem and pick the most promising ideas. And number three, we implement the solution, select and strengthen solutions, plan how to bring your solution to life, and implement. And inevitably, they will have some feedback, and we'll just kind of come back around. So we would explore, generate, implement, and then feedback, and then come back around to explore, generate, implement, and so on. Social media and changing communication technologies. To connect with consumers, to invite feedback. This is how we use social media to improve products and services, to draw traffic to blogs, Twitter feeds, and company website and online communities. We can actually generate profit by drawing traffic to our social media websites, to announce promotions and events, and to respond to crises. Word of mouth, positive and negative, can travel instantly at the speed of a few mouse clicks. So keep that in mind when you're posting on social media. Anytime, anywhere, 24/7, 365 availability. I do not like this. I think we all need a break sometimes. The challenges of relentless connectedness across time zones and distances. This involves working long hours without extra compensation. So say you're on the clock from 9 to 5 and you receive that email at 7 p.m. and you respond to it, you're not being paid for that. Being available practically anywhere and anytime. Living with an increasingly blurry line between work and leisure. Remaining tethered to the workplace with electronic devices around the clock. I would say this is not healthy. Being available 24/7, 365. You need to have some downtime and some time away from the screen. I believe the average person, global or average American, spends about 8 hours of their day in front of the screen. I'm in front of 2 screens right now, plus my phone on the side, so that's 3. You could probably even count my phone because it has a screen, my office phone. So 4 screens is a bit much, but this is the world we live in. So I would say to set some parameters, like I don't answer emails after a certain time, and on certain days. So like maybe Friday and Saturday, I'm not going to answer any emails. I'm not going to check work or anything like that. I'm on salary, so I'm basically working. I have to be available more than 9 to 5. So you need to set some parameters for yourself as far as being available. The challenges of relentless connectedness across time zones and distances continued. The physical office is extending its reach by becoming mobile and always on. Americans work 30% more than their colleagues in other industrialized nations while enjoying the shortest paid vacations, 15 versus 28 days per year. I believe in the UK, the European Union, those countries, they get up to 4 weeks of vacation and they have 4-day work weeks. A networked, information-driven workforce never goes off duty in an organization that never sleeps. Factors that prompted companies to move to emerging markets around the world: the rise of new communication technologies. So we've all been through this with the COVID, with the Zoom and the Microsoft Teams and Skype. The removal of trade barriers, advanced forms of transportation, and saturated local markets. Requirements for successful communicators in new markets: understanding different customs, lifestyles, and business practices. It's important to be respectful of other people's cultures and other people's religion and other people's background. Practicing cultural awareness, flexibility, and patience. Especially if you're not speaking the same language, literally not speaking the same language, we need to have some patience with each other. Coping with challenges of multiple time zones, vast distances, and different languages, and developing new skills and attitudes. Cost savings, the shrinking management layers, advantages. We have cost savings and efficiency, fewer layers between managers and line workers, shorter lines of communication, faster decision making, and quick response to market changes. The faster decision making is going to be due to empowerment of our employees. Population diversity, here we see white, non-Hispanics, Anglo-Americans. These are just projected. Here in this brown color, we're at about 62%. This is back in 2018, so those numbers are kind of outdated. 53% in 2035 and 45% in 2055. So in about 30 years, the Anglo population will kind of go down. The Hispanic population will increase from 18 to 28%. African Americans will stay about the same, and Asian Pacific Islanders will increase. And this is in the U.S. This benefits consumers, work teams, and businesses. A diverse staff is better able to respond to an increasingly diverse customer base locally and globally. I can attest to that. I work with people from different countries, different backgrounds, and it's really good to have those people around so that we can better serve our students, our customers, like you. Team members with various experiences are more likely to create products that consumers demand, and consumers want to deal with companies respecting their values. Virtual and non-territorial offices, mobile and decentralized workspaces, flexible work arrangements, work shifters, a new breed of telecommuter, co-working, sharing communal office space as needed, anytime, anywhere, office enabled by technology. This is kind of the era that we are in right now. A lot of people can work from home because of this virtual and non-territorial offices. The network office in the hyper-connected world. Smart electronic devices lead to more mobility. Social media networks leads to more interactivity. And the biggest shift is one-sided, slow forms of communication leads to interactive, instant, paperless communication. The more helpful cues and immediate feedback the medium provides, the richer and less ambiguous it is. So, for example, rich would be an actual face-to-face or telephone conversation. We can solve complex issues and sensitive subjects. Lean, which is written media, for example, emails, letters, memos, notes, and reports. They are routine and unambiguous problems. So this would be something like, hey, we're having a meeting on Friday. These are routine, unambiguous things. Social presence definition: the degree to which people are engaged online and ready to connect with others. Media with high social presence convey warmth and are personal. High and synchronous communication, face-to-face interactions, video conferences, and live chats. Low and asynchronous communication, emails and social media posts. For example, this class is asynchronous, so we don't actually meet as a group, as a class. I post these lectures. You watch them on your own time. So that's an example of asynchronous. Synchronous would actually be us in a classroom at a certain meeting date and time, having a face-to-face conversation. Goals of ethical business communication, informal communication channels. The grapevine, which is gossip from the break room to the water cooler, to social media. I'm sure we've all heard that term of the water cooler. It carries unofficial messages. It flows haphazardly. It can be remarkably accurate. It is mostly disliked by management and thrives where official information is limited. So this is quite literally gossip. Again, it's not always accurate, but most of the times it is. So, global goals of ethical business communicators. We want to abide by the law. Of course, we want to tell the truth. We want to be objective, making decisions without opinions. Use inclusive language, label opinions, give credit where credit is deserved, and communicate clearly. And choosing tools for doing the right thing. 5 questions to guide ethical decisions. Is the action legal? If it is legal, then we're probably okay. That's not always the case, but most of the time it is. Would you do it if you were on the opposite side? Can you rule out a better alternative? Would a trusted advisor agree? And would family, friends, employer, or co-worker approve? So these are the 5 questions you can ask when making an ethical decision, which you will encounter. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 1. I will return with chapter 2, and I will see you all soon. I will see you on the discussion boards. Have a good day. Take care, and bye-bye.